get up earlier so you can accommodate yourself to put your fucking makeup on.
I'm sure they do.
Welcome to Misogyny and Patriarchy in the Workspace 101. Because you know what my first thought was after seeing this man's long misogynistic rant? It's how sad it is that women in our society feel so much pressure to wear makeup to feel like presentable and professional for their male coworkers in the workspace. They would put their lives at risk to avoid showing up to the office without makeup on. If you haven't seen the original video, this man's coworker or boss is going on a very heated rant about how upset he is that women are always just like running late to the point where sometimes he even sees them doing makeup in the car. And that it puts everyone in danger. And yes, that last part is a valid complaint. But the bigger issue he's not addressing is that women feel so much pressure in our society to look and present in a certain way that they feel the need to do this. But as a woman who's had a couple jobs in her day, I have seen this and it is so sad every time. Now personally, I don't really wear makeup. I have nothing against makeup. I love makeup. I love girls that can do makeup. I just don't know how to do it. And every time I do it, I feel like I hate it on my face and I wash it off. But I am jealous of people who can do makeup well. That being said, I often forget that expecting women to wear makeup is a thing until it's brought up to me. I had one in-office job that was mostly women in my department, and a common complaint, and topic of discussion was, oh, I had to wake up so early this morning to do whatever to my face and my hair, or, oh, I just didn't have time to do this today, or I was running late because of this. Whereas the men in the office could just roll out of bed, throw on a shirt, and show up to work and no one would bat an eye. It was even to the point where one time someone who usually wears makeup showed up without makeup and everyone asked if they were okay and said they didn't look too good. They looked sick or tired, and it was awful having to see them respond, oh, I just didn't have time to do makeup today. And I freelance now, but one time a client set up an appointment with only like 10 minutes in advance, and my boss was so relieved when they canceled. As was I, because I was out on a walk. But my boss said, yeah, I really didn't want to put on a full face of makeup just to take like a quick 10-minute meeting in the middle of the day. Now, I personally never put on makeup for meetings or business-related things, and I set a precedent for doing that. Because none of our male coworkers or clients would ever be expected to put on makeup for a meeting. And sometimes they show up in like sweatshirts and workout wear, and I respect that, okay? But the bar is not high there. But I have noticed in other jobs that people sometimes will take me less seriously if I'm not made up like all the other women, who I highly respect that they have the energy to do that every day. And it's something that used to drive my mom crazy. She used to always say, oh, could you just go put on a little makeup before we go out? Now she's given up that fight, luckily. But at the end of the day, if it's not something that the men would be expected to do, I'm not going to change my lifestyle to accommodate and make men around me feel more comfortable with my appearance. To a reasonable degree, of course.